Hopefully that was it. Jeez, it drained everything on me. I should have just gone. Yeah, no, you're not tricking me with that meditation thing again. "20 crows are sitting in a line upon the apex of its gray slate roof. Their black eyes watch you intently as you draw closer. The great double doors at the front of the warehouse are shut, and all the building's windows have been smashed. There are heaps of splintered timbers, broken crates, overturned handcarts used for transporting Bronin and in ingots, and a myriad of other debris scattered around its entrance. The evidence of Giak devastation is plain to see. You stop for a few moments, using the cover of the shadow of a shadowy doorway to view the warehouse and to decide the best way to try and enter the building. Oh, lots of choices. Thanks to your animal kinship skills, you're able to ask the crows on the rooftop for help. I think I will do that. You stop to return the morbid stares of the crows. These canny and patient birds learnt centuries ago to identify and follow raiding parties such as the Giaks have attacked Rockstarn. They would wait for their grisly work to end and then take their chance to feast upon the fallen at their leisure. However, their appetite is rarely sated, and gratitude is a sentiment that is simply not in their nature. As repugnant as they may be, you know that they can be useful allies. You can direct them to attack the Giaks that provided such a gruesome banquet. You identify the leader of the murder of crows. Drawing upon your Kai power of animal kinship, you plant a suggestion in its feral mind. The crow blinks twice, in a sign that it will be obedient to your commands. You will the crow leader to take to the air, and it responds immediately. Leaves its perch atop the warehouse roof, and the rest of the flock follows swiftly in its wake. They circle the roof, cawing plaintively upon your mental command. They dive down in single file and enter the warehouse through a ragged hole in the gray slate tiles. For a few seconds there is an eerie silence. Then the screaming begins. The crows launch a surprise attack on the Giaks inside the warehouse, swooping down on them to gouge out their eyes and slash their faces with their curved beaks and razor-sharp talons. You seize the chance to enter the building while the Giaks are distracted. You climb through an open window and witness the bloody aftermath of the attack. When the wounded Giaks see you standing in their midst, they raise their weapons and close in on you from all sides. Well, if they're gonna get me anyway, I should have just fucking gone in the building. Excuse my language. There's an imposing Drakkar among them, and it is he who gives the ruthless order to kill you. Does this mean a new monster? Ah. Yeah, nothing. Ow. Hooray! I've got room, yeah, I'll take it all. It has been a grueling combat, yet you are less revolted and exhausted by the outcome than you would have been before. You stand astride the body of the Drakkar who led this slain platoon. Beside him is an object that you saw him drop when you struck your killing blow. It's the control handle. You have found the missing part. You have delivered summary justice to the creature that murdered Sheriff Tarlor. You place the control handle in your backpack, and then you search the spacious building, wary of Giax that may have taken refuge from the fight and could still be hiding in the shadows. You find no enemies left alive, but you do discover a bolted trap door set into the warehouse floor. It has an iron grill. You peer through the grill to see two villagers huddled together in a workshop below. Quickly you pull open the drawbell and lift the trap door. Come out, you tell them. The Giax will not harm you now. The first to climb out is a young man in a leather work apron, followed by a teenage girl. They are villagers, and they count themselves lucky to be alive. They are grateful to you for releasing them, but there is disappointment in their eyes. They fear that you alone will not rid them of the scores of Giax that now occupy their beloved village. You tell them that you are their liege lord, Lone Wolf. You tell them why you are here, and give them a brief account of what you have seen and done since you arrived in Rockstrom. They listen intently to your voice, transfixed by the shocking truth of what you tell them. Lender is waiting for you. You decide to leave. You decide to stay for a while in order to reassure the villagers. I'm gonna go. As silence descends on the young villagers, they are consumed by their tragic news. You feel a deep sympathy for their pain and their plight. You know how it feels to lose kinfolk you have loved and respected. Mindful that Lendra should have reached the boiler house by now, and that she could be in mortal danger, you tell the refugees that the time has come for you to leave. Feel the weight of duty and responsibility falling heavy upon your shoulders. These young and vulnerable villagers, you are their only hope of salvation. I give you my word as Khal Lord and as the Friar of your province. I'll rid your village of these accursed Giaks. Darter raises his head and says, Sire, is there anything we can do to aid you? Yes, you reply, impressed and heartened by Darter's unexpected offer to help. There is an injured miner at the doctor's surgery. His name is Grove. Go there and collect him, but be careful how you carry him on his stretcher, for his legs have been badly damaged. Bring him back here and await my return. I shall not abandon you. Daughter nods assertively in response. You can count on us, my lord, and if you need to restock your supplies while you are here in the village, please come back to us. We can put this warehouse to good use once again, aid you in your fight. Although you could requisition what you need from your subjects by order, you are mindful that they have suffered greatly. Therefore you accept Darter's proposal, and you insist that you will pay for any supplies that you may purchase. Can I meditate safely now? Yeah. And what is this? It's not telling me. It's all jewelry. Do I even have a crossbow? No idea what that does, but I want one. Okay. You can rest here without exposing yourself to lurking enemies. For a small fee, you will regenerate your body and spirit. Let's do it. It's okay, I can meditate anyway. Oh, maybe not, bastards. Yep. You leave the Bronin warehouse by one of its shattered windows. Your muscles ache from the excursions of combat, yet your thoughts are sharper and your determination is more resolute than ever before. It is early afternoon. With caution in your every step, you follow the street until you catch your first sight of the foundry. This is where Lerna hurriedly disposed of the drive chain while being pursued by Giaks. You recall her saying that the foul creatures may still occupy this building. As you approach its closed doors, you catch a glimpse of movement. A Giak appears at the ground floor window, its head and shoulders framed by the pane of cracked glass. For a few moments it peers into the street, and then it moves away, out of your direct view. Lerndra was correct. The foundry, like most of Rockstarn, is under enemy occupation. You must gain entry to the foundry and retrieve the drive chain. It will not be an easy task to achieve, with Giaks roaming freely inside. Fuck that. Launch my way through. Uh-oh. The foundry doors are blackened with the soot from the recent fire. You detect that a group of Giaks are gathered close to the large window located to the left of the foundry doors. One of them comes and stands in the window, its body silhouetted by the light inside the building. You watch the loathsome creature, and a bold idea springs to mind, an idea which you act upon immediately with no hint of caution. You raise the hood of your cloak and pull its warm material close around your upper body. You trust that it will offer some protection in the moments ahead. Then you rush towards the window with your head lowered. You ram the glass with your shoulder and put all your strength behind it. The pane shatters into 100 shards of razor-sharp glass as you crash through it and collide with the Giak, knocking it clean off its feet. Slivers of broken glass have driven deeply into the Giak's face and eyes, leaving it blinded and bloodied. It shrieks in agony as it tumbles and rolls across the dusty floor, clutching desperately at its ruined face. Your thick cloak has spared you from suffering the similar fate. You scramble to your feet and unwrap yourself, shaking loose the fragments of broken glass that have become embedded in the resilient fabric. The injured Giak howls incessantly with pain, and its pitiful cries are answered by angry growls of its many comrades. Swiftly, you unsheath your weapon and prepare to fight them to the death. No. I'll behave. Time to call on the puppy dog. Okay, so apparently, well, he's good. So there's nothing I can do. The Gieks have thoroughly ransacked the foundry, but amongst the overturned workbenches and scattered debris, you find what you came looking for. Sitting atop a crumpled pile of heavy iron chains, there is one that stands out from the rest. It's smaller, well-oiled, and it's been wielded to form a continuous loop. With a sigh of relief, you pick up the drive chain and put it in your backpack. Unfortunately, your discovery has not gone unobserved. The foundry's large double doors swing open, and in rush a Drakkar and several armed, snarling Gieks. They were drawn here by the noise of your previous combat, and the Drakkar has been watching you through the cracks in the foundry wall. He's an imposing armored warrior, human in aspect, but decidedly inhuman in behavior. Now is the moment he has decided to launch his surprise attack. Crossbow bolts, but I don't have a damn crossbow. Hate this guy. Bastard. I'd like to know how to use one of those damn potions in battle. There's only so many frickin' buttons on here. Dead. Got me. That sounds like a good time to stop. Adventure ends here. Well, not really.